Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we start, let's give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of events have happened. We had Deku and Hulk, and we also had the Hulkbuster. Now, Izuku, he was knocked unconscious by the explosion caused by the Hulkbuster going off in Hulk's face. 6 arc reactors in total made up that force, and Deku was hit by the shockwave for smashing down into the Arizona desert and being knocked unconscious. Now, Deku, after Friday, was able to get him back to the land of the living by giving him a bit of a shock. He told her where to take him, and he began to receive medical treatment on New Attilan. Now, that was several days ago, and currently Izuku, he does get to open his eyes, and with a lot running through his head. And Izuku, his memory gets hazy. He remembers flying through the air and fighting the Hulk. I mean, shit. Where? Him bringing his hand up. And right now, he does gotta bring it up to his head. I'm gonna sit up and feel a bit confused. His head, it's pounding and it feels weird. His body is. These aren't his clothes. Wait, this feels like tech. Deku going to try and use his powers, and finding that he's in some sort of medical suit. It's a complete bodysuit, and it's. Show me the data. It's gonna do so. And currently, it doesn't show its entire layout to Izuku. The network it is connected to and how exactly it operates, including even showing up-to-date medical information about what happened to Izuku. And Deku, he finds it to be very intriguing. However, he looks a bit further, and that's where he does get to find something very strange. There are nanites in his blood, and they're the things reporting back to the suit. What's wrong with him? And holy hell. Bruised muscles, bruised organs, broken ribs. Jesus. Swollen brain. Damn. Right. Hulk messed him up pretty bad. That going through Deku's mind. Him going to actually turn and stand up. And right now Deku, he does get to feel a bit weak. Him going to get onto his feet as the suit is going to administer him some morphine. And Deku, he does get to look around. Him going to walk out of his room. And currently they're actually escorting a human doctor. They do to walk in. Them trying to inform Izuku about what to do. And sit him back down. However, Deku, he does try to tell them that he's okay. But the doctor, they would disagree, since they already spent a good amount of time putting him back together. And watching him walk out that door, just to probably get messed up again, is not a good option. Now, Deku, he does ultimately have to sit back down. And Crystal, she is informed about what's going on, since she made a request to be notified when he was woken up. And that was simple. Easy thing, sure, whatever. She can handle him after he wakes up. And that is exactly what the doctor does do. Deku, he's given information, told a few things, and told about when he'll have to come back for a checkup, just to make sure that the nanites are properly flushed from his system, since sometimes they get stuck in the body. And that is a quick and easy fix. And Deku, he does understand. However, that idea does run through his mind. I mean, nanite technology is simple, easy to use, and, well, commanding them to make a suit for him would be interesting. I mean, his suits already feel like a secondary skin, but saying that he can completely manipulate with just his mind? Oh boy. Now there's an idea for a suit. Now, Deku, he does currently somewhat sit there, him with a few ideas for blueprints running through his mind as he's gonna sit on his hospital bed. And there actually is where Crystal just come walking in. Her walking to the room and turning her head, seeing Deku and going to somewhat smile. Him gonna stand and gonna walk over. Her bring her hands up and Deku looking down. Her asking if he's okay. Bring her hands up to his face. Yeah, I'm fine. Deku bring his own hand up and grabbing hers. I'm gonna actually pull her hand away. Listen, Crystal, I'm okay. Just a bit banged up is all. Banged up? You've been unconscious for 5 days. Yeah, I know. I missed dinner. Sorry about that. Listen, how about whenever I get home, I cook us up something good? You know? Maybe we can get some food? Takeout? I mean, I can owe somebody a favor and help them out. Though, I mean, no. That one guy, he knows what might want. It could work out. I can get us something to eat real quick, and we could be okay. Izuku, you need to rest. Crystal, I'm okay. Listen, I just, I need, I have a bunch of ideas. I might need some help, but a lot of them are really good. Though, let's get me home first. I can agree with you on that. Are you alright? Swimming around in meds and painkillers, or do you classify? Well, nanites technically are a medical procedure or injection, so not painkillers because they don't exactly affect. Hmm. Well, in medical practice, Deku's won't mumbling to himself, and Crystal, she sees Deku trying to figure out if nanites will be considered painkillers or some sort of medical procedure, or maybe even a prescription. And that, yeah, it does make her somewhat laugh a little bit to herself. Right now, her taking Deku and leaving the hospital. And Deku, he's still got a lot going through his mind. Right now, him walking as the suit is monitoring his vitals, making sure that he's okay, and trying to adjust anything it needs to accordingly, from dosage to monitoring his heart rate. It is making sure anything Deku needs will be provided to him. And that is where Deku he does get back home with Crystal. The two heading into the apartment, and Crystal gonna set Deku down. And Deku he currently is to lay on the couch. Him with a lot running through his mind. As he's trying to make note of it. Nanites in a suit. Nanites in a suit. Well, if he finds some way to make them self-replicating, that's something. Let's see, the Mark 7 with the programming inside of it already, the upgrades. No. They might be limited, but he can make a modification. See if he can get them on a reoccurring track. Many of his enemies are, well, technically he doesn't have a lot of enemies, I guess, but the Mark 7 could be improved. Make a second model and see what it can do. Let's see, so Model 2 would have to rely more. No. It's fine. But if you can find a way to incorporate more tech. No, not more tech. More abilities. See what he can hardwire and take out. Increase. Right. Okay, so that's what we can start on first. Then, secondly, he could. Izuku? Hmm? Yeah? Deku gonna set up. and Crystal does the walk around the couch. Her gonna sit down and turn on the TV. Her gonna turn back to him, asking if he is hungry. I could eat. Good. Here. Her holding something out to Deku. And Deku, he does stare down at it. Him gonna grab it and gonna take a bite. Her asking him if he wants to watch that show, since she's been waiting for him. And Deku, he has at least trying to ask her if she's okay. I'm fine. Listen, whenever you recover, we can figure a few things out. Though tomorrow, let's head somewhere. Yeah, sure. We can do that. But Crystal, something's bothering you, isn't it? You don't have to hide it with me. Crystal's staring at Deku. And Deku, he does have that look on his face. He's actually concerned. And Crystal, flat out just to ask him, what made him think he can take on the Hulk? I I didn't know if I could. So you run in to fight him? I responded. Listen, I looked into some data and no one was nearby. Shield was still trying to get their shit together, okay? People could have gotten hurt. Besides, Dr. Banner, I need to talk to him. He's been on and off the radar for a while, and getting a solid idea as to where he might be, that's easier said than done, Crystal. So you went after him because he was hurting people? Yes. Not just that, though. It was for less than noble intentions. I wanted to talk to him. See about if I can talk to him as a peer. Maybe understand more about gamma research. See if it can be used as a proper power source. It's an idea. Along with that, I've seen his work. I've studied it. I've looked at it. He's someone I do want to see as an equal. If not, talk to on the level. I see. So you're saying you didn't do it out of the kindness of your heart? No. I wish I could say that. But it wasn't. And that's the truth. Oh. So you fought him because someone had to. I don't know why he went crazy, but there might be a reason. Hulk has logic behind it. Yes, he's rage fueled and powered by some gamma power source. No, his body is the gamma reactor. This shit's messing with my head. But listen, Crystal, I don't expect you to understand why I did it. Just know Banner needs help. And clearly something pissed him off and Hulk got mad too. So maybe if I can find him again, talk to him, maybe see if Hulk just went into retreat. I doubt that though. I'm sure it's okay. I myself have been trying to monitor a few things. Hmm? And did anyone else get hurt? No. Though your explosion in the Arizona desert did draw quite a lot of attention. It'd be more surprising if it didn't. Correct. Though you did miss your Earth holiday. Oh. Christmas? Yes. The word you have for it doesn't translate well to Attilan. Your Christmas celebration. I heard that many Inhumans, the ones on Earth, the new ones, they gathered at a place nearby, and they celebrated there. It was quite a festive holiday. You went? Yes, I did. I went to see you. In fact, I wanted to know if you were awake. You weren't. I was still concerned about you. Crystal, I get that. Listen, I'm not a good person. Her gonna turn and look directly at Deku. Find that a little hard to believe. Izuku, he likes to use logic and reason, but at the same time, he's still trying to believe in a few things. And even Crystal can tell. Deku has been quite adamant about this relationship. He doesn't like it, and he doesn't need to be involved in it. I mean, if he was all reason and no love, no emotion, he would have taken the necessary measures to continue the species. And the two, they would at least be able to do a few of the things. Yes, they would be able to live under the same roof, but not be together. Make modifications appropriate to the apartment, and include a second room. But they haven't. Or, well, I mean, they could have already climbed into her bed. That ran through her mind. And currently, Crystal, she just stared at Deku. Him, gonna sit up, and Ducky pull Crystal into a hug. And Crystal, she just don't sit there, but we're gonna bring her hands up, wrapping them around Deku. It's not easy. For a second, she thought she'd actually lose somebody else. Somebody getting closer to her. And it was challenging. Now, Crystal, she does get Deku to lay back down. And currently Deku, after he does it eat, she does gonna turn on TV. Her gonna sit there and watch it with Deku. As Deku is gonna quickly pass out and fall asleep. And Crystal is gonna head to bed. Now, there actually is the next couple days. Crystal just trying to make sure Deku's okay. And Deku just have to keep reassuring her he is fine. Yes, he was loopy when he came back from the hospital because of the painkillers, but he's okay now. I mean, he's got his mind in the right place. And, well, he might have said a few embarrassing things before. And that, it does run through his mind. He wants to talk to Crystal more. I mean, make sure he didn't overstep anything, say anything weird, say anything stupid. And it's supposed to be the new year. It going through Deku's mind. It's been a trip, though it hasn't been bad. And that it does go through Deku's head. Currently, him and Crystal walking into a building. And some people who do get a turn look directly at the two. Before Deku, he doesn't see it. Them essentially rolling out the red carpet and greeting Deku. And Deku doesn't see it. Many humans here to celebrate the new era, the coming of the new year. And that it does make Deku smile. Him quite happy, as Shadow Crystal does his own stare on. Her seeing Deku relax a bit more and trying to fit in, talking with other people here. And it does make her think about a few things. And the humans, they get this party underway. And someone, they want to toast to the Inhuman who fought the Hulk. And Deku, he does just won't stand there. Him with a drink in his hand, as he goes to raise his glass. And Deku, he does find this to be quite nice. Now, there actually is later, where Deku, he's got a lot going through his head. And Crystal, she does as well. The celebration was fun. It was nice. And Deku, he's okay. And Deku's got a lot running through his mind as well. He does want to make a move. I mean, Crystal was happy and laughing tonight. She just seemed a little bit less tense, worried. She managed to finally get a day off. Not physically, but mentally. Her mind wasn't full of worry. Not for him, not for the Inhumans, not for anything. The only worrying thing is if her cup was going to be empty or if the party would have to end early. And that means quite a lot. Now, Deku, him and Crystal are walking down the street, and she does try to ask him about a few things. And Deku, he does try and talk about it. Yeah, no, it's like that every year. Fireworks. Yeah, fireworks. It's harder to explain, though not bad. Are you sure? Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. Though, well, it's a pretty sight to behold. Though, I don't think anything beats that view. I'm looking up, and Crystal does do the exact same. As Deku, he does steer up towards Earth. Crystal bring her hand down and gonna actually grab Deku's. As the two, they do continue to walk, eventually heading into the apartment. And Deku, he's got a lot going through his head. As right now him and Crystal, they're sitting outside, out on the patio and staring up towards Earth. And Deku, he's got a strange sensation in his mind. It's uncanny. It feels weird. He can take a breath, not wear a helmet, and he knows where he is. He's standing on the surface of a foreign body orbiting the Earth. He's staring at his home. It's so captivating. It's silent, beautiful. It makes every other problem in the world seem small by comparison. You couldn't tell the tragedy that happened by looking at it. You just see the blue marvel, the blue body floating there. And Deku, he does stir up. Ajana Crystal, she's gonna sit there next to Deku. Him gonna actually turn as Crystal does a float up into the air. Her actually going to fly forwards towards Deku. Bring your hands up and talking about it. He's got all that fancy tech. Though there's a lot of things he does still need to understand. Her gonna smile and fly backwards, asking Izuku what exactly he thinks of all of this. Besides, maybe if he's lucky, he'll get powers like this one day. Or maybe learn more about it. Her powers are diverse. He is unlocking more of his. Besides, why not use some of that tech to fly? And Deku, he has a stare look at Crystal. Him going to stand back up and turn his head. Him thinking about either his spacesuit or the Mark 7. And currently Crystal does see Deku turn his head looking away. Her gonna fly forwards and bring her hands up. Deku going from looking away to looking back towards her after having his head turned. And Deku, he does bring his hands up. As him and Crystal, they do the kiss. And Deku, he brings his hands under her face. Her gonna float back down and towards Izuku. And the two, they feel something strange. Crystal's happy. And Deku, he's happy too. The two can figure this out more, plan things out better. They can live life. They don't hate each other. They don't resent each other. She doesn't want to kill him. A massive improvement over his last one. His last relationship? Or, well, him and Crystal aren't even official. Though technically they are paired. And that, it does run through Deku's mind. As currently him and Crystal, the two are still making out. Her bringing her hands up and wrapping them around Deku. Deku bringing his hands up and going to wrap them around Crystal. And the two, they have a lot going through their heads. Deku, he wonders what the future has in store. And Crystal, that's one of the thoughts that do line up with Deku's. Though a few others, they're there. And the two, they do just spend the night together. As the next morning, Deku, him and Crystal do wake up in her bed. Right now, him going to lay there, as Crystal is laying in his arms. And the two, they still have a lot to figure out. Though they are making progress. And that is all they could ever really ask for. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.